We are so back. Well, not really on this channel since this is the first type of this video that I'm doing, but Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night brings us back to the scenes of nightlife Japan, similar to how Call of the Night already gave us a taste some years ago. And this is also where the comparison ends, because instead of vampire girls, it's influencers that heal your soul this time. What a weird thing to say. But it's true, because our jellyfish in this anime is called Mahiru, and she's not just any jellyfish, she's obviously a human, but also a very talented artist as we get to know her. And as an artist, she fell out of her passion. We see her past very early on in the episode, and we see that she's kind of insecure about her talent, which strikes me as someone without any real talent as a very weird thing. But I guess this is the life of someone who struggles with success. And right away, we see what Doga Kobo can do best, which is animating cute girls, because the animation in this one is really nice. It really surprised me because I've heard of this anime before, like a few weeks or months whenever they announced it, and I did not think of anything when I heard the title, to be honest. But I'm positively surprised that this is turning out to be something better than I thought. And it's always nice when a original anime especially can capture my attention from the beginning, which is the case here definitely. So like I said, Mahiru is a girl who is insecure about her and especially her future. And we see in her past that her friends are also a little dismissive about her passion and do not really care about it that much, and she tries to hide it. And I think the topics of having a passion and falling out of that passion is really something that is very relatable. So I think this is a very nice theme right from the beginning, and everything from the music to the scenery accompanies this feeling very well. But why now is she a jellyfish? Well, it turns out that jellyfish apparently can actually not swim in the night, to my surprise. This is not a fact that I've googled, so it might be that this is some BS that I'm telling right now that was told to me by the anime. But it seems to be true because this is what the show is trying to tell you. And not only that, the theme jellyfish is also something that comes up because Mahiru has drawn actually one on a wall in the city. And this is a very important drawing for her because we see again in a flashback that her friends are dismissive about this drawing. She even tries to hide her name, which is a little hard to watch, seeing a child kind of being like very insecure about her own obviously talented passion. And we cut to the drawing itself, which is surrounded by people watching an idol sing and completely being plastered over, like the drawing is plastered over by the paper from the idol. And we get a fake out scene in which Mahiru tries to scream at her, but is not actually screaming at her, just only in her head. But then we hear a voice that I really like to hear in anime, which is the voice of Takashi Rie. And she's speaking a girl that in Mahiru's place scolds the idol for plastering the beautiful drawing with her own advertisement. Mahiru is then following around the girl, which is called Yoru, and she is spoken to and found out. And the two have a nice conversation. And we also get to learn that both have very different personalities. We have Mahiru, who on one hand is very insecure, not very spoken out. And on the other hand, we have Yoru, who is more extroverted and doesn't hold back on people, it seems like. And the more interesting thing is that Yoru is an ex-idol actually. And now we are in a situation where we have two people who have kind of fallen out of their passion. Yoru then also reveals that she's an underground singer, if I remember it correctly, and she's showing Mahiru her handle. And we also have the next mention of Jellyfish, which is in Jelly, the handle of Yoru, and I think this is because she's an underground singer, if I remember it correctly. And also, at this time, we have, after 40 minutes, almost the end of the anime because Yoru almost falls off the bridge, which is kind of funny. And another important thing, which is that Yoru aims to have 100,000 followers. And fun fact, in the official radio of Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, the seiyus also mention, like, one of the goals is also to have, I think there are one of the Twitter accounts to get it to 100,000 not subscribers, followers, which is a pretty nice touch. In this conversation between Mahiru and Yoru, Mahiru also tells Yoru that she's the one that has drawn a picture on the wall that Yoru admires. And following that, we have the suggestion of Yoru that they should collab, which is interesting because this is a suggestion coming from someone that you've met for the first time, and she's suggesting to you to collab. And this does not really end well because, as we've seen in the beginning, Mahiru does not see herself as an artist anymore. So what happens is that we get a quick cut and we see that Mahiru has declined Yoru actually. And this again shows the clash of personalities. On the one hand, again, Mahiru, who is a little more insecure, Yoru, who is more outgoing, but at least on the outer surface it seems like. And this is also why Mahiru sees her as someone who shines by herself as opposed to receiving the light. You know where this is going? Nevertheless, the last scene of this episode is the Halloween party, or at least I think that's an Halloween party. I just had some doubts because for being October they were kind of thinly clothed. And again we have the meeting of Mahiru and Yoru, or at least Yoru goes to the idol, ready to throw hands, and takes the spotlight pretty much. So Yoru gets a guitar, and the following scene is pretty much the prettiest one out of this entire episode because we see the flashbacks of Mahiru, everything from the scenery to the images to the song and the vocals and the lyrics itself tell that she is now on the receiving side of the end of that light as a jellyfish and gets inspired. And as a happy end of this episode, we actually get the acceptance of Mahiru for the suggestion of Yoru for collabing together. And that's pretty nice that in this episode, this entire plot, at least for the first time, wraps up. And the episode ends with a shot of embarrassed Mahiru who is wearing 2 different socks. And this scene alone has more frames than the entirety of 7 Deadly Sins. Overall, my thoughts, I hope they keep up the quality of the first episode, and we already know that there are going to be more characters established later on, and I'm really interested to see what conflicts they may bring, what problems they have, what feelings they have towards the main characters, what dynamics are they going to have. I think in this type of shows, this is always something very important, as we've seen with some other ones that have come out recently. And of course, I'm very excited for Mahiru and Yoru's first projects. This review is coming out a little late. I think there are already like 4 or 5 episodes out. But there are also multiple music videos out that I've not watched because I thought I should probably watch them after seeing the rest. But this sums up my thoughts, at least on the first episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this one, if you've watched it, and I will see you back for the second episode. Bye!